Emmanuel. Good morning. I'm win today. My name is Professor Clara Ikekong, Professor of Linguistics, former director of the National Institute for Nigerian Languages. Aba is in Nigeria. Now, before I go on this very brief tribute, because if I actually wanted to give a tribute to my dear father in the Lord, my mentor, it will take hours. So this is going to be a very brief tribute. Before I go on, I want to recognize the woman of God par excellence, Pastor Evelyn Joshua. Who by the special grace of God is the arrowhead that God has chosen to propel the legacy of T.B. Joshua beautifully, and which she is doing. I got to know about this revered man of God, Colossus of Christendom, in the year 2002. Since then, I have never regretted, in fact, at the meeting with the man of God and coming to know this awesome sanctuary of the living God. I've always relished it since then. So this for about 22 years. This is 2024. So that should be about 22 years. Now, the man of God, our dear father in the Lord, he was Christ-like. He was Christ-like. Compassionate, kind, loving, humble, never tired of doing good to all and sundry. He impacted many lives, millions of lives across the globe. He impacted positively. I thank God I'm one of the beneficiaries, and I will never forget. Yeah. Because I'm trying to cut things short. They gave me only 2 minutes. There are too many people waiting to talk. Now, our dear father in the Lord, Prophet T.B. Joshua, was a trailblazer in Christendom in every respect. Do we forget the distance is not a barrier? Interactive prayer is unprecedented in Christendom. Someone will stay in Nigeria, pray for people in India, they will be healed, they will be delivered, the yokes will be broken. Fantastic. It is unprecedented in Christendom. Yes. And not only that, this is the first time I have seen healing during the service. You can have more than 500 healings. It's unprecedented in Christendom. Yes. And another thing I want to mention before the time I'm given expires is that Prophet T.B. Joshua some time ago declared these principles. He said, what he was doing is what he was born for. He was going to live for, and he was going to die for. And he lived and walked the talk, the talk. It's no longer news. The number of healings across the globe, the number of deliverances across the globe, the number of breaking of yoke that Satan had held people in bondage for years, held communities in bondage for years, held families in bondage for years. And the man of God, Prophet T.B. Joshua, only needed to raise his hand, and Satan would run so fast. Yes, I said he lived, walked the talk. He did all this, and when it was time for him to go, when it was time, on the 5th of June 2021, he was working for God. The same thing he said he was going to. I was watching from Enugu. It pained me I wasn't around. Of course, I didn't know what was going to happen. But he came with that statement: time to come to service and time to return home after Igahonasi. And then he simply walked from the vineyard where he was working with the microphone and went to sleep. This is like the prophets of old. And not even all the prophets of old. My mind thinks about Elijah, except that Elijah's own was through the chariot of fire. These are dear father walked from where he was, just as what principles he had laid out, he followed them to the end. We thank Jesus for his life. And I will say, what an awesome life, inspired by God, executed by God. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Professor Clara Ikekeonmu.